Because of this one shift, I have received my annual income in a month within a few months. I've manifested a 22-room mansion in Greater London while living in one-bedroom flat. Not only that, from being a manager to becoming a go-to mentor for executives and CEOs in boardrooms, to helping hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs turning their income ceilings into their baseline and really unlocking the true wealth. I've done all of this because of this one shift, and that is body wisdom. When it comes to manifestation and the frequency and all of that, you have been told that it's the mindset that is creating your result. It's your thoughts that are turning into your reality. This is not true, because if your thoughts were turning into your reality, then you can think of being a billionaire. And why you're not a billionaire yet? You're thinking about being a billionaire. Why you're not one yet? Right? It's not the thoughts that turn into a reality. It's not the momentarily feelings that turn into a reality. It's what you're conscious of being. It's your being, it's who you are. The being stays in your body. It's not about the mind, it's not about the feeling, it's the body. Your body is controlling. Your body is constantly telling you about your income ceiling, programmed in your identity to attract certain amount of money every single month. And you can never outperform it. And your body holds that blueprint, holds that pattern. Increasing your income ceiling, it's not doing the mindset tools. That is surface level manifestation. It's not visualizing, journaling, and all those things, because the moment you visualize, you feel good, you feel that way, but before you know it, you're back in your old patterns. Real transformation happens when you tap into your body, and your body holds the code to your money ceiling. Now, why is that? Before I really help you clear that and help share my steps, share my 5 steps of how I tap into my body wisdom and really manifest these delusional things so easily, so fast, I really want to help you understand why it is all about body. The way it works is that an idea is a conscious mind idea. So anything starts with a conscious mind where you are thinking about it, you're consciously aware of it. When you were little, when you were babies, you didn't have the conscious mind developed. So everything skipped the conscious part and went directly into the subconscious. After conscious, if you're a baby, you won't be consciously aware and it will skip that. But if you're an adult, you will be consciously aware. You have the power to reject or accept it, but then it will go to your subconscious. From subconscious, it goes to your unconscious, where your body is. An idea becomes unconscious when you just do it on autopilot, when you don't even think about it, when you don't even question it. So when you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you don't think, do I need to brush my teeth today? How do I change my clothes? How do I act? How does it act? You're not thinking, you're not involving your mind. It's all autopilot stored in your body. And your money identity is also now your unconscious program stored in your body. When you are trying to use the mindset tools to shift what is in the body, it's not going to work because you're not tapping into your body. And today I want to share with you where you can find your money blocks which are stored in your body, because when you release them, things change like night and day. And in my programs, we always tap into the body wisdom, because once you clear the body and let it be the clear channel, then whatever you implant through the mind, through conscious and subconscious, it lands beautifully. Otherwise, you'll keep going on that frequency and you'll keep coming back, and you keep constantly going like a pendulum, like constantly going on all sorts of frequencies and getting frustrated why it's not working. Your body has different parts and different power centers, and these power centers have different sensations, and based on their sensations, they're telling you where your block are. When you are getting on with your life, when you are, let's say you're making a sales pitch as an entrepreneur, or you're selling something, or you're saying something, or you're speaking, or you're expressing your feelings or your thoughts, or you're saying what you really want to say, right? And you feel the tightness in your throat, that means you have got block here and you feel like you cannot express yourself. Your opinion doesn't matter, or maybe if you express what really you want to say, you will be not validated, or you will be ignored, or you will have some kind of shame around it. That's where you feel the tightness in your throat. This is your power center, and that's where you feel the tightness. Now, if you have blocks here, but you're constantly visualizing, manifesting abundance, but you are blocked here, it's just not going to work. Then there's a power center in your heart where where you hold your love for yourself. If you When you're doing the bold things, when you're making those bold moves, when you're really projecting those energetic projections in the quantum, and you feel this sensation in your heart, that means that you don't love yourself enough. You're questioning your worthiness, right? If you have blocks here, then it will always stop you from going after what you want or claiming what is already yours, because you don't feel your worthy. Whole worthiness lies in your heart center. Then you have got here under your chest, you have got your power center where your confidence lies. How confident you feel about making the move, how confident you feel about you receiving, how confident you feel about your ability, your power, about knowing that you can do it. That's where it lies. If you feel the sensation there, that means your body is telling you that there is something that needs releasing. And the more you are connected with your body and the more you tap into these things, the faster you can release them, the faster you can become a clear channel, the faster you can connect with your infinite supply of money, right? And then you have under your belly button, your sacral, where your creative power lies, where you have the power to take things and turn them into huge things, where you can really turn them into incredible results. And you can take this power and create your vision. You have the ability to receive the wisdom, receive the intuition, receive everything for your creation. But if you have a lot of times when you'll be there to do big things or making big moves, you will have sensations there or in your day-to-day life that is telling you that there is an energy leak there. And you want to tap into that and see where you're actually not listening to your body and doubting your power, not seeing your true receiving, not trusting yourself. And then at the back, you have your root power center. When you're laying down, when you're sitting, when you're thinking about money, do you feel very grounded or do you feel a little bit like imbalanced, right? That's what is telling you about your relationship with money and how confident and relaxed you feel in your ability to receive, in money's consistency, in your trust with money, in money being a reliable source for you. It always shows up, it always there. And if you don't feel it, then it could be that there is some pattern from your childhood, from the past, where you couldn't trust people, where you couldn't trust yourself. And then you have the second last power center, which is here between your eyes. It's your third eye, where you receive guidance, where you receive those ideas which make things easy, which makes huge steps easy for you, where you get the shortest distance between 2 points, where you don't have to work hard or hustle. You receive the intuition to lean back and relax. Sometimes you receive the intuitions to take that inspired step. You receive the intuition to go against the logic. The more it is activated and the less blocks you have, the more you are connected with yourself, the more you are attuned with yourself, the more you listen to it, the more you will manifest things very, very easily. And when all these power centers are clear, then you are connected beautifully from your crown power center to the source. That means that you become a clear channel for the white light energy to enter your body and then get created into the vision, get created into what you desire. What you want to understand is that if you ignore the body wisdom and try to use the mindset tool, like I just journal, I just feel this, and I'll just visualize, these things are staying in your body and they're literally blocking. If you can think of like something blocked, the water pipe is blocked, they're blocking the creative power within you, which is entering from your skull and transforming through your body. Russian photographer Samian Kurlian, he did the X-ray photography for a human, and what he realized is that there is this white light which enters our body and it leaves through our bodies. It's constantly operating. What you're doing is you are not releasing the blocks that are stopping this this creative energy, which can be directed to your vision. But when this creative energy is entering and you are blocked, that's when it's not clearly directed to your vision. It's clearly directed to what you believe to be true about you, what you're conscious of being. And it's beyond mind, because a lot of those things went in your body from your subconscious when you were little. So your conscious mind wasn't developed. So you don't know a lot of times what went until you tap in the body. When you ignore the body wisdom, you're missing a huge piece, which is creating your frequency, which is creating your electromagnetic signature. People who have cracked the true wealth, they all get it. They all get it, that it's body that's controlling you. The other thing is, how do we actually tap into that? How do we find out? I do a lot of work in my programs with my clients where we deeply connect with really, really powerful tools, meditations, and other like really perfected tools, which we have done with more than now 700 people, and they have given proven incredible results. But if, as a rule of thumb, like if I can tell you, if I can give you the maximum value now, how you can do it is pay attention to your body when you are going for something, when you have the resistance, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling something. Pay attention to your body and pay attention to the body part. The first thing is having now I'm going to share with you the 5 steps. And the first thing in the 5 steps is the awareness, right? The awareness of your being, that I am one with the source, and there is white light energy flowing through me, and there's a white light energy flowing through me, through my body, and I can direct it towards whatever I want. I don't have to create the thing by myself. I can direct the source energy, and it is there to support me, to guide me. But if you are when you are when you are doing that, or when you're thinking about your vision, or when you're taking some bold moves, or when you're doing anything, pay attention to your body. The key thing with this is awareness, right? You pay attention to your body and you see where you're feeling the sensation, and you ask your body part where you are not aligned, where you don't see that, where there is an identity misalignment, where there is a calibration gap, right? You really connect, pay attention, and listen to your body. The third thing, what you do is, after the oneness and awareness, what you do is you say to yourself, what is that thing? Where is it coming from? And what I want to replace it with. For instance, in the past, every time you did something in your school, or you did a project, you always got bad grade. Now you don't really trust your receiving part, because you're told you're not good enough. Your marks were not great, or maybe your report card wasn't as good, or maybe you tried a business in the past and it failed. Whatever that is, right? That is now impacting your receiving. You uncover that and you feel that. In the first step, you feel that and you replace it with a new one. A lot of times my clients ask me, how long do I feel it for? You feel it for until that emotion gets released, because that block is in a form of emotion that is not processed. So you feel that emotion until you're like, you know what, I don't feel anything. There's nothing to be felt, until you feel very neutral. And we have a lot of tools to do that, to help you in Wealth Fountain. And then what you do is you replace it with another one, that I am successful. The biggest thing, what I see with a lot of my clients, is that they think they will be successful when that happens. They will be successful when they have achieved that. They will be successful when the bank account will show this number. But if you don't see yourself as successful now because of any block in your body, you are not going to attract success, because you're not a vibrational match. It's not just about affirming, robotic affirming like crazy without any logic. It's about releasing the block, which doesn't allow you to tap into that. And the block is not in your mind, it's in your body. As I said, you become aware of the block, you see where it's coming from, and you release it by feeling it and replacing it with a new identity. I am successful. And you feel it, you play with it, you marinate it, you walk with it, you really embody that. When you release the old and embody the new with your feelings, with your emotions are now rewiring your mind. But now it can actually finally land in your mind, because and now finally the visualizations and all those things can work, because the block has been cleared. Otherwise it was canceling the whole time. Body wisdom helped you to uncover what was there, and then you replaced it with the feeling, right? With the mind. And then the third step is, and then the fifth step is acting in alignment. How would you show up if you were already successful? How would you feel if you were already successful? How would you feel if you are your most successful version right now? What would you do, right? When you act in alignment, you solidify the identity. And here, I also, when you act in alignment, you solidify the identity. Let me repeat the steps. The first thing is the oneness, tapping into your oneness. I am, you are a clear channel, the clear source for divine operations. The second thing is awareness in your body wisdom of where the block is, feeling the sensation, realizing what is trying to tell me. Your body's trying to talk to you all the time. You're not listening. You're too busy doing mindset practices. Listening to your body. And then the third piece is really finding it where it's coming from, feeling it and replacing it. Once you feel it and there's nothing to be felt, it's ready to be replaced. It's now going, it's leaving your body. Emotions are energy in motion, and they need to leave. They need to be released. You can't hold on to them. You have been holding on to them for so long in your body. And then you replace it with a new one, you feel it. And the fifth step is acting in alignment to solidify it. The moment you act in alignment, you give a very powerful message, because now the new thing is becoming the part of your body, because you're acting, and acting comes from body. You're acting in alignment, you're bodifying, you're embodying the whole thing. This is really powerful. When I did this, I also manifested $1 million partnership, which should have taken like 6 years. I did it in 3 weeks because I was able to release what didn't belong to me. And I was able to tap into my truth and call that thing from the quantum without any attachment, without any worry, without any, would it happen? Without any trying to push it or work so hard. When you are working too hard, of course you'll take aligned action. When you're working too hard, it's because you haven't tapped into your body wisdom. The money ceiling and the money work is not mindset work. If somebody's teaching you that, they haven't done it themselves. They haven't cracked it. It's the body wisdom.